Sorry.
What was that?
I'm just confused.
What am I to you?
Is it just me, or has this ever happened to you? That when you finish reading a good book, the instant thought in your mind is that, whoa, this would make a great movie, or it would be so good to see the live-action version of the main male character. I honestly feel that for most of the books I read, so whenever I hear that a book is being adapted into a movie or series, it makes me super excited. You get me, right? So, People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry is finally out on Netflix, and for years, I have been dying to see Alex Nielsen on screen, and now that it's happening, I can finally put a face to my Alex Nielsen imagination. I know there is Pinterest for all the vision board aesthetics, but when the news came out that Tom Blythe, yes, the one who played President Snow in The Hunger Games, The Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes, was set to portray Alex Nielsen in People We Meet on Vacation, I was set. I needed to see this film as soon as it dropped, cause we were finally getting Tom Blythe in a freaking rom-com. So, does Tom as Alex really meet every book girl's dream? I guess we'll find out in this video.
You asked for this.
It was in 2022, around October, that news came of the book being adapted into a film, with Brett Haley directing. Then, in August 2024, Netflix officially signed on to produce with Sony Pictures, and the cast was announced. Soon, the production started, and we got some leaked photos from the set, and fans could already tell that the chemistry between Tom and Emily Bader, who plays the female lead, Poppy, was chemistering. Now, all we had to do was be patient and wait for Netflix to announce the release date officially, and boy, have we been waiting a long time. Now that it's finally out, has our patience finally borne sweet fruit? I have to say, it has. You can say the movie has been the perfect adaptation. I know it must be hard to trust my words, but you have to trust the author herself, because Emily Henry, after the movie's premiere, spoke exclusively about how she was nervous at first, but loved it after watching it, and she knew fans would love it too. It seems I got off topic again, but do bear with me, because when it comes to books and their adaptation, I tend to go a little off track. I mean, I'm just a girl pumped with excitement, can't help it. Anyway, back to the topic. We finally get to see our Poppy and Alex, the chaotic besties, on the big screen. And I have to say, Emily Bader, I think you were meant to play Poppy. I mean, we readers know Poppy's character has a weird charm to herself. She's chaotic, can't keep quiet for longer than a minute, and is wild and outspoken in a way that will irritate some of us introverts. But that's just Poppy's liveliness, and to bring that weird charm and joy to the screen is truly commendable. I really have never related to Poppy as much as I did while watching the movie. And in the current scenario that we all live in, I think many other lost souls who are still chasing the rush they once experienced at a very random moment will relate to her character. But if Poppy is the weird charmer, what does that make of Alex Nielsen? I know he was the main person I needed to talk about, but we have to go into the small details first before shifting the focus to Alex, you know? Alex Nielsen has always been the book boyfriend that all book girlies like me are thinking about literally all the time. He is on your mind when you are reading the book and still lingers far after you have finished it. I am sure that anyone who read People We Meet on Vacation shares the same feeling where they wished for a boyfriend like Alex in their lives. There have been instances where I would have loved to swap places with Poppy just to have that man's attention. Because, Poppy, how could you have been so clueless and confused? No offense, you have been blind. And if you were a bit late, I or all the other book girlies would have snatched him right under your nose. Now, those new to this might think, what's so special about him? Well, let me give you some examples of why he is every book girl's dream. The first is technically not something that falls under that categorization per se, but it did make me like him. So, at the very beginning, when Alex and Poppy, the only people from Linfield, Ohio, are heading back home from Boston College, we see an instant awkwardness. I mean, they are opposite to each other in every way. He is punctual, she is not. She is the reason why they get locked out of his car, and he has every reason to leave this wacky stranger stranded in the middle of nowhere. But he doesn't. He stays. And that's how the unexpected thing happens as they become best friends. But that's just a start. Earlier, it was the little things Alex did that made us like him, like checking up on Poppy when they were in a hippie crowd or carrying a big piece of wood junk art just because she connected with it. I know they are best friends, but it's only with Poppy that you will see him relaxed and having fun. Otherwise, he is a very uptight introvert. While they were in New Orleans on their trip, Poppy saw that honeymooners get some extra special treatment.
Beignets in the house for the lovebirds. Enjoy your honeymoon.
Thank you.
She didn't even convince him. She just played as if they had just gotten hitched, and he just played along, without arguing, just like that. And they had the best time. And the plus point is that it's the only time you will see Alex loosening up, just for her. Clearly, he feels something for her, but he doesn't say or initiate anything because she's dating Julian, a guy she believes sucks and definitely sees no future with. We also see a hint of jealousy, or was it disappointment, when Julian shows up on her trip. But none of these moments compares to the way he comes to her rescue when she is sick and alone in NYC. So they had this whole Norway trip planned. Everything was paid for by Poppy's company. If Alex didn't yearn for her or love her, albeit one-sided, then he could have easily gone to Norway with someone else. But that's not him, and he didn't. Instead, Alex flew to NYC, went to her house, took care of her, and never left her side for a moment. In fact, he was also there for her when she was scared she might be pregnant without asking any questions.
Hey, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
What is it? What's wrong?
I think I'm pregnant.
That's how Poppy should have known they were meant to be, because this kind of caring and supportive behavior is very rare in today's dating scene. Alex is a true yearner. And we know there is no truer delight than to see a man quietly yearning for who he loves. So, if you are getting that special treatment, consider yourself lucky. You might have found the one. Now, I can go on, but the list wouldn't end, and we don't have the whole day to dream about Alex Nilsson. Moreover, I think we should all be delusional up to some limit, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's the little details that someone notices about you and remembers that matters, you know? And Alex did that for Poppy, which is why book girlies loved him. The Netflix movie has brought this book's characters to the screen very beautifully, and it has met my expectations to some extent. However, I would have loved to see more of Poppy's interaction with Alex's family, which was a bit on a deeper level in the books. Nevertheless, what are your thoughts on the movie? Did it meet your expectations? Let us know in the comment box below.